Welcome to No Inches DIY. Been for a big shop at ALDI this morning. Really wanted to get this tool sharpener, but while I was there, they had these pants, so I thought, why not get myself two pairs? So I got a pair on now. They're quite comfortable, quite snazzy. These Work Zone socks, I wear these all the time. They're really good. So I got 3 sets of them. They had a heap of drill bits on sale this morning, so I thought, don't really need a set, but never know when you have to drill through masonry when you're in a brick house. This chocolate, I love it, I live on it. And this chocolate milk, I'll give it a try. But the real star of the show today is going to be this tool sharpener. So let's do the unboxing. Now I know sharpeners that sharpen drill bits can go up as high as $400, maybe plus. Now this was $24.99, so I figure if I can sharpen one drill bit with it, I'm probably ahead already. So here's the unit here, a piece for narrow chisels. I might just read the instructions. Now this one only has a 1-year warranty. If you're using this all the time, you'd expect it to wear out. Right, there's the instructions for how to do a drill bit. Now I know drill bits are tricky, and I've done it before with expensive machines, but I am going to go and find a blunt drill bit and I'm going to give this a go. Alright, so I've found a 10mm drill bit. They're my favourite types of drill bit to wreck when I'm drilling steel. This one wouldn't cut through butter or milk. I've destroyed the corners. So let's give this one an opportunity to get fixed. So I'm just going to give you some close-up action on how this piece works. Now, it does put a bit of swath out. So this is your drill bit holder. Your drill bit goes in this slot here, loosely. Alright, then you have another piece here. This slides up and down. This slots in here. You slot that in there. What you've got to do now is press that, and you've got to get this thing to touch all 4 sides of the drill bit, and then you've got to have it up as far as possible. It's touching all 4 sides, then tighten it right up. Alright, now when you've got that, now go down in those angles there, the locking tab, this slides in. Alright, and there you see you're at the perfect angle for that drill bit. So you just go back and forth like that, and that gets that perfect grind and gets you right down to the corners and right to the tip. And you might need to go in a few times, reset, go again. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, that is working. But because it was so blunt, I've got to take quite a bit off this. So I'll have to just keep going back, reset, go back, reset. Actually, you can see that. That's actually looking really good. Alright, so I'll just flip that over and do the opposite side. Needs a little bit more on there. Sometimes if you've really wrecked your drill bits, you need to go back and just grind them on the bench grinder, because one of these little things will not be enough. But we're getting there. Now, your more expensive drill bit sharpeners will be able to put this 2-point on there. I don't know that this one has the feature for doing that. Do my cutting edges meet exactly in the middle? Pretty close. I think this has done a really good job, but obviously if this has got hot during the process, or even in the process of blunting it off in the first place, it probably got hot. As long as when we sharpen this, we're not overheating it. I don't think you would with this. You're only taking off small amounts and you have to constantly keep taking it out to flip it over. So I think because this is slow, that's actually a benefit. It's going to stop you overheating the drill bits and making these corner bits brittle again. I'll have to take this outside and give it a test, but it looks like it's done the job pretty well. So to test this out, I'm just going to go straight through this 3mm piece of steel here. Now this would be a test for any 10mm drill bit, especially with no pilot hole. But the test with the drill bit is always these corners. That's what gets you through the job. So if they're brittle and they break off or you haven't sharpened them enough, that's where you're going to get your problem. So far going all right. Now obviously drilling steel, keeping it cool is the main concern. All right, we're there, we're down to depth. These corners still look good. Now this is where corners get damaged, is when you start getting really deep bits of swarf there that can break corners off. Now I've already got that situation here. Just like that. That sharpening though has performed well. When you do that little bit at the end that gets those pieces of swarf off, that's when you can damage those tips. But that drill bit went straight through that, so I'm very happy with the way that sharpener worked. Very happy indeed. Here's my favourite chisel, Big Boy McAvoy. It's had a life of abuse actually. Look how dirty it is. It's covered in glue. So I might just demonstrate this chisel sharpener on this. Now I believe that you just magnet that on, set your pitch, and then you just go across. The drill bit sharpener I'm impressed with. So far, one drill bit sharpened and it did a good job. So it's nearly paid for itself already. Okay, so the next apparati is the chisel sharpener. I believe it goes in the slot like that, locks down. So I want to lift this angle up. I always thought chisels were at 25. But after attacking that at 15, I know they should be at 25. Alright, I think I've got that in the right spot. Yeah, I think that's done a reasonably good job of putting that edge back on there. Obviously, if you want to shave yourself with it, you'll have to put that on the whetstone. But I think it's done a reasonably good job for $24.99. Now the other thing you've got here is a technology for sharpening your scissor blades. Oh yeah, scissor blade goes in there and you just pull it across the blade like that. It's got the angle for your scissor blade there. This one here I believe is for knives. I don't have any blunt knives at the moment. I barely had a blunt chisel. So far, I believe for $24.95, it's probably better value than the $400 one. Now I was happy with what it did to this drill bit. That drill bit couldn't cut butter or milk before. Now it cut straight through a piece of 3mm steel with no pilot hole. So, is it an inside tool? No. There's little filings all over my beautiful table here. So I will be cleaning that up, and I'll be putting this video up, because when I went to the Aldi this morning, it was absolute pandemonium. People were mainly there getting the shop vac, but a lot of people were walking out with this as well. And when I saw so many old men in the crowd, I thought they're all there to get the tool sharpener. So if you do want one of these, you better get in there as quick as possible.